Racing on Thursday, the 5th of December, 8 races at the Vaal on the stand side track. Looking forward to it. Nice competitive card, and Daryl is going to be helping me with that card. Race number 1 is a maiden plate. They're racing over 1400. Remember, this is the straight 1400. The changes, number 4, Spirit in the Wind, Alamites in front, Unshod behind. You can remove the blinkers. Number 6, on a jet plane, the cheek pieces are on. 9, Bella Boop Boop, the blinkers off and cheek pieces go on. So a big field here, 18 runners, where 3-1 favourite is the first timer. Spumante Dolce, the daughter of Vercingetorix, obviously beautifully bred. Number 13, Give Me a Passion, for Lucky Larkus and David Shaw, 7-2. 17, Warning Sound, 11-2. 6-1 about number 14, Hearts on Fire, and then it's 12-1 and Better Bar those. Daryl, I see the first timers dominating the betting at the top there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in the dark with regards to their chances. I just want to thank Corne Espes for commenting on number 11, Explosive, hoping for a good run. Now, I've put in one race runner and one of the unraced.
Clever.
So I'm going with Striker's Mount over here, number 17. Warning Sound. Now, she's extremely well bred. Daughter of Siren's Call.
How can we forget?
Yeah. Now, yes, she was well beaten on debut,
Yeah.
but she was very green around the bend. And take note, she did find support in the market. Wasn't as if she wasn't expected to run a full race. Yes, well beaten, but I think she's going to appreciate being up the straight this time round. And she's had that one run under the belt. So I think of the race runners, I certainly have to be leaning towards her chances. Schweizenada obviously franked that form. So
no uncertain terms.
Yes, so I like her chances. But you have to respect the unraced fillies in this race. Number 15, Spumante Dolce. Now, she's extremely well bred, like you said. She's actually a sister to Sparkling Water. Her dam won several Grade 2 events, one of them being the Ipitombi, and the other one was the Betting World 1900. So she was quite versatile in that she won over 1160 and she won over 1900. If there's any support for her in the market, I'll certainly sit up and take note of her. You know, her brother, Bahawam, recently sold for 5 million rand.
I think all?
The Hollywood Bet Syndicate bought.
I thought you bought it.
No. So I went numbers 5 and 17. Obviously, I can't be confident.
15 and 17.
15 and 17. I can't be confident.
I mean, just looking at the two mares of those two, Espumante and Siren's Call.
Yes,
wow.
yes. Let's hope the cream rises to the top.
Let's hope so. 15 and 17, leg 1 for Daryl. This is, of course, the bipot by 4 and 18, by 135, 6 and 7, by 157, by 2 and 8, by 235. Total cost there 360, and that is bipot in race number 1 out of the Vaal. Race number 2, a maiden plate over 1400 meters. This is the first leg of our PA this afternoon. Let's take a look at that betting. Number 4 showing up at 22-10 favourite for Robbie Sage. 18, Satyagra. Daryl's just Googled that for us. 18 is at 7-2. The 11, Chabal, 11-2. Number 14, Green Cherry at 13-2. And then it's 12-1 and Better Bar those. Cornell Collar on number 2, Highfield Storm. Unshod, number 10, Afterburn. So, yeah, obviously, again, a few nicely bred horses, but it looks like quite a big trappy field to me, Daryl.
It is. Now, obviously, there are some first-timers in this race, which I don't know anything about. But on paper, I would have said this is a 5-star bet. Not as strong as Great Tricks.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But
goodness.
I'll tell you why. Now, Pibadora, you know, his 2 efforts since being gelded with the blinkers have been promising. I think they've been his 2 best efforts to date. Go back to his penultimate start when running second behind Wolf Mountain. There was a horse in that race called Solar Sail, a good couple of lengths behind him. And now look who Satyagra and Chabal ran behind. Solar Sail.
Yeah.
So on a line through Solar Sail, Pibador is a very, very hard horse to beat. However, Lyle, he has been rested and he's been off the track for over 5 months. So I don't know his well-being. But on paper, if I knew that this horse was fancied, I would have sat here and said, let's have a go
Yeah.
on number 4, Piba de Ora. In saying that, Chabal and Satyagra
Yep.
were having their debut efforts beyond Solar Cell. Weren't bad efforts. Were far from disgraced. Just a little bit wary of that form line. Now, Satyagra obviously holds Chabal on that. So I've backed Piba de Ora up with Satyagra. It appears as if he's drawn on the right side. You know, he's well related. He's a half brother to the Grade 1 winning Russian Rock.
No, there we go.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, of
Grant
course.
Burr.
Yes, that's right.
One on Russian Rock
That's true.
for Dean Kanemayer. So yes, I've got numbers 4 and 18 over here. Preference for the 4, but he's been off the track for quite some time.
All right, so famous last words. On paper, can't be beaten the 4, but Daryl's backing it up with number 18 and throwing in 3 and 6 in leg 2, 1, 5, 7 leg 3 by 2 and 8 by 2, 3, 5, 2 and 8, 1, 3, 4 at the back. And that's been 432 Rand. Race number 2, first leg of the PA, gets underway at 13:10. Race number 3 this afternoon, over 1,800 metres, is the first leg of the pick 6. Racing today, maiden plate fillies and mares, 13:45. And the only change here is number 10, Aftershock, has tongue tie on. Betting 17 to 10, number 3, Gloria Mundi. The one horse, City Lights, 5 to 2. 5 to 1 about number 6, Regina Marias. 13 to 2, the pair, Rising Russian. That's number 5 and number 7, Empress Wu. And then 16 to 1 and Better by those. So fillies and mares going around the bend here for the first leg of the pick 6. Obviously, it'll be expensive, the pick 6, to take them all. So we're going to take a pick 3.
Yeah, it was just too costly. It was in the region of 5,000 Rand. And that's excluding number 10, Aftershock, who, when I opened the book, I thought she could be the improver. And I see she's got an equipment change, but I actually left her out because she's only beaten one horse home to date.
Yeah, why with his stays, they do improve.
Yeah. I don't like the look of this race. Go back to the run behind Fetching Fly. You can see Rising Russian actually holds Regina Maris. And Regina Maris wasn't too far behind Gloria Mundi and City Lights last time out. Yeah, so I don't know, Lyle.
I don't like this.
Let's talk about others then. Then you've got the likes of number 7, Empress Wu. Yes, her form lines are moderate, but she's very one-paced, and maybe Dennis can get her to the front this time round. Some winners from her last form line. Wouldn't be shocked to see her feature because this isn't a strong field whatsoever. So, yeah, I'm not confident. I've just put, I think, my top 5 choices in a pick 3. As I said, my pick 6 was too costly.
It might actually play to beat the favourite here because 17 to 10 is very low for Gloria Mundi.
Yeah, but she is improving for a new yard. Last time out, she had no cover. She was exposed on the outside. I wouldn't be shocked to see her win. She's having her peak run for them. But yes, she's limited.
Absolutely. All right, let's have a look at the pick 3 that Daryl's taking here for race number 3 instead of the pick 6. Too expensive. 1, 3, 5, 6 and 7 by 1, 5 and 7 by 2 and 8, and that cost there 30 Rand. That pick 3 could pay nicely because there are quite a few value horses in leg number 1. Race number 4 is run around the bend over 1,700 metres. It is a merit-rated 66 handicap and the first leg of our jackpot 1 this afternoon. Number 1, Future Wolf, Cornell Collar is on. The 9, Black Lightning, Pressure Halter, and the 10, Chicago Lass is a scratching. Betting number 7, Caliburn, 33 to 10. 3.75 about number 5, Vava Vegas. The 1, Future Wolf, shows up at 4 to 1. 5 to 1, number 9, Black Lightning, and then it's 13 to 2, American Biscuit, Silent Trigger, 7 to 1, 18 to 1, and better by those. Just looked at those top 2 while we were waiting. The 5 and the 7 do seem to possess the best form, but again, we could have a rough result here, couldn't we?
I think this is very tricky once again, Lala, as with the remaining races. Number 5, Vava Vegas, since being tried over a little bit further recently without the blinkers. Have a look at his form, second, and fourth to Bacchus.
Bacchus, that was a good one.
I think he's in cracking form recently. So I like his chances, and you can see he's actually come down a pound in the rating. So off a very, very winnable mark is number 5, Vava Vegas. And his run over the course and distance behind Lutuli, that day was very unfortunate.
Yeah,
I know it was a handicap, a Princess handicap, but he was unlucky. In that same race was number 1, Future Wolf. Now, I know he was beaten 4 odd lengths by Vava Vegas, but have a look at the turnaround in the weights 9 kilograms for 4 lengths.
Yeah. There
So,
we go.
Future Wolf must be a factor on paper alone. So I'm going to be favoring Future Wolf strictly
Makes
because of
sense.
the turnaround in the weights. Now, Caliburn, I expected a much more competitive run on his behalf last time out. He let me down a bit. But prior to that, even including that run, he's never far
No,
off.
very consistent chap.
Very consistent, and despite that, he continues to drop in the ratings. You can see he's now down to a 64. So if he's competitive with a 68 and a 67, I mean, you'd be foolish to ignore his chances of a 64. So I don't think the race stops there, but because of the cost of my perms, I'm forced to only include 3 runners over here.
All right, so there we go. Just the 3 runners as far as jackpot 1 is concerned. 1, 5, and 7. Good case Daryl's made for the 1 there. 2 and 8 in leg 2. 2, 3, 5 leg 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 in the final leg of that jackpot 1. And the cost there, 108 Rand. Race number 4, 14.20. Get those bets on. Race number 5 is a novice handicap over the straight 1400 meters, and our first leg of our jackpot 2 this afternoon. Take out number 1, Confederate, of course a great win last time, and Bay Empire ran on Tuesday. So 1 and 3 are scratchings. That leaves just 8 runners here, and your betting has number 8, Peace Treaty at 2-1, number 7, Sonic Jet, 28-10. The 2, Key News, is at 4-1, and then 5-1, number 10, Kalida, 7.5, 15-2, and Better Bar those. Right, so race number 5, Daryl, I was actually looking. There's some with fairly strong form lines here.
Yeah, there is a form update with regards to number 8, Peace Treaty. Now, he contested the same race as Secret Chord did.
Yes.
And Secret Chord won at Serpentine on Tuesday. He actually finished slightly ahead of Secret Chord, but Secret Chord was interfered with badly on that occasion. He was detached in the early stages, but yet he finished smartly.
He did.
And he's one of the 1450 in the past, so the step up to 1400 is going to be ideal for him. Having his peak run even come further down in the ratings, huge winning chance, number 8, Peace Treaty. And one can say that Gavin Lerida had the choice of rides because he rides for Tony Peter. He could have chosen number 2, Key News. So I think he's in with a huge winning chance. However, I do like Key News' chances over here, and I think he's going to be a danger to this favourite. He's a very nice 3-year-old himself. If you have a look at that race closely last time out, he was drawn on the wrong side of the track, and Calvin opted to, I'm sure he just followed the instructions, but he opted to get some cover. And he stayed on stoutly right through to the line. He actually caught my eye. He's another one having his peak run, and another one whose ratings come down. I think he's drawn more preferably over the favourite towards the outside. So although I've got a preference for Peace Treaty, I certainly think Key News will be right there, and I do expect them to fight it out. I think they're 2 very nice 3-year-olds in the making.
All right, so there we go. So it's 8 and 2 that Daryl likes here in race number 5, yes?
Let me just say 2 nice 3-year-olds in the making. I think they're 2 nice 3-year-olds who will win their races in time to come.
Got you. Yeah. 2 good 3-year-olds that will win races, and that's the 2 and the 8. We're going to take them in leg 1 by 2, 3, 5, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 288 Rand, that's race number 5, jackpot 2, 14.53. Race number 6 is a middle stakes. They're racing over 1,475. They're warming up for the 21st of December. Number 7, Captain of Green, of course, an excellent win on Saturday, and that is a scratching. The 10, Open Highway, blinkers are off. Those are your changes. You're betting. Number 2, Pomodora's Jet is at 33-10. 9-2 about the 5, the Africa House. 9, Radicchio, now with Baron Buerters at 13-2. 7-1 the pair, Wiseac, number 3, and 12, Willow Express. And then it's 15-2 about number 4, Miss Hannigan. 12-1 and Better Bar those. Race number 6, best weighted. Just looking at that first, Daryl. Miss Hannigan and My Lady Soul, best weighted. What did you think of this race?
Yeah, the fairer sex are the best weighted. However, I haven't included either of them. Now, is the current favourite Pomodora's Jet?
It is, yes, at 33-10.
I mean, how consistent is the son of Pomodoro? He's I mean, he always gives of his best. Returning from a lengthy layoff last time out, he only found one too good, and that happened to be Argo Alley on the opposite side of the racetrack. He is, however, 4 kgs better off, and he's going to strip fitter. So I expect him to reverse the form with Argo Alley and confirm the form with those that finished behind him. However, Lyle, what do you think of the one draw? Because I think the Goini is going to be more focused towards the outside.
Sure.
However, Argo Alley stayed alone on the inside and won.
That.
Who says he can't do the same?
And we all said, no, man, was you mad? But
yeah,
generally,
Yes.
the going is on the outside. To be
correct. Now, number 3, Wise Act. I loved his form return last time out, and he was staying up the middle of the track. And look who came to run him down. On the outside was Musical Score.
Very talented
Musical Score. In that race, Schwarzenegger came out and won, and Fire Attack came out and ran second in the Dingans. So I think Wazak now cherry ripe. He loves the Vaal straight. He's got that. I think he's only got 1.5 kgs off his back now.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, 1.5.
I don't think that's going to be because he's got assistance with that apprentice allowance. So I'm sure Trent is going to push him forward once again, and he can keep rolling. But if I look at his form, I have to take the Africa House seriously here, because on that round beyond Savannah Storm, he holds Wazak convincingly. But look at the Africa House's rating. He's right down to a 93. And off that rating, he's going to go very close. I've gone with numbers 2, 3, and 5. I don't think the race stops there. I'm really keen to see how Radicchio goes for his new yard. We know Baron can work wonders with horses in training from other yards. A horse like Player has to come into the equation with 52. So I've gone 2, 3, and 5 as my top 3 choices. However, you might want to go wider.
I hear you. And just listening to you in that, I'd go with the 5 Africa House and what you've said. 2, 3, 5, first leg, but you can go wider by 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And the spend there for that double is 18 Rand. Is that an 18, Daryl? Yes, it is. 18 Rand. Race number 6, 15.30, the middle stakes. Race number 7, a merit rated 96 handicap. They're racing over 1,000 meters. Number 5, Oz and Kerr. You can put Adamites on. Gin Strike. 8 runners going down to the post at 16.07 for that penultimate race at the Vaal. Now the betting is number 4, Raven Black at 5-2, off the track for over 400 days. 2, Chocolate Soldier, 28-10. Karangatang, number 3, is 3.75. And then 9-2 about Address the Nation. That's number 8 on the card. Daryl, good little interesting race. Raven Black been off for so long. Chocolate Soldier, we all know that he can run. And Address the Nation, we're just looking at the time off air, very fast time that he won in last time. Good race.
You know, Lyle, when I originally saw the final field, I said, sure, I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket and tip Address the Nation as one of the better bets on the card. But having looked closer at the form and his latest form line, you have to be very concerned. Now listen to this, Lyle. The second, the third, the fifth, the 6th and the 7th have all run since then, and all run unplaced in the next start.
Oh dear.
However, you can't read too much into that, because all a horse can do is win. He's having his 3rd run after gelding, and more importantly, Lyle, this horse was his own worst enemy in the early stages of his career. He was over racing terribly. Last time out, he dropped the bit beautifully. He didn't even lead. There was one quicker than him, but he sat in second. Lovely set and relaxed and settled. So I think the penny has finally dropped, and he's learned how to race. At this stage of his career, I think the 1,000 meters is ideal. So I love his chances. Number 8, Address the Nation. I think he could be better than he's currently rated. You do have a lot of others in here with chances, the likes of Chocolate Soldier. Now he looks ready to return to winning ways again. Last time out, he was caught 5 wide around the bend. On the inside track in the same race was Nkandla Gold and one other, and that's number 1, Swing Upon a Star. So on paper, there's not going to be much separating the 3 of them once again. And if you go and watch that race, Swing Upon a Star was so far behind the field that it was a cracking effort on his behalf, that he quickened and he got there and he just faded very late. However, I think he appreciates the sting out the ground, because he does have his issues. You got Karangatang. Now, Karangatang, the rumor was out that he was in need of his last starts. So it was a nice effort on his behalf. But Swing Upon a Star is 8 kilograms better off. or 8.5 for a 4-length beating. Raven Black has done absolutely nothing wrong to date. He's been off the track for a year. He's working well, but he may be in need of this run. If he's not, he could come back with a bang. So I don't know what to make of this race. I think Address the Nation, despite his latest form line, should be right there when the chips are down.
All right, so there we go. Yeah, you've heard there's a few of them with chances, but you've got to take your chances. And 2 and 8, that's Chocolate Soldier and Address the Nation, who won in that very fast time last time. That's the leg 1 of our double. Leg 2, 1, 3, and 4 cost us R6. Of course, you can add as many as you want. Race number 8 is a merit-rated 80 handicap. They're going over 1,000 meters for our final race at the Vaal this afternoon. And the 2 changes, blinkers on number 3, Tchaikovsky, and the cheek pieces on number 7, Veldskun. Betting, number 4, Blaze Away, currently 22-10. The 1, John Wick, is at 3-1. Johnny Pleased, the 7, is showing up at 9-2. Johnny Appleseed, I nearly did it again. Thank you. Johnny Appleseed, number 6, Veldskun, 11-2, and then at 17-2, number 5, Smith and Weston. Right, so final race, 10 runners. Daryl, help us out.
I can't.
Thank you. Okay. If you're honest.
Top weight, John Wick, in cracking form. You know, he should actually have scored the hat-trick, be 3 from 3 of his last 3 starts, because in his penultimate start behind Don't Shoot the Bomb, and he stumbled terribly.
That's right.
And the fact that he still ran 3rd was a cracking effort. Last time out, yes, he beat a very nice horse in Chieftain. However, Chieftain was returning from a layoff on that occasion, and he looked very big. But all he can do is win. Striker knows him well. He's unbeaten over the course and distance. He's 1 from 1 with Striker. You know, Striker, when he gets aboard Fabian's horses,
he gets him to win without riding.
Yes.
Half the time.
Now, the stable companion, Blaze Away, the current favourite, he's done very little wrong to date. Second last time behind Karate Kid. He fluffed his lines in his next start, but when beating Rondebosch, my word, how impressive was he?
Very, very impressive one.
So, lightly raced, better than his current rating. I like his chances. I'm going for a strange suggested bet here in places on one of the roughies in the race. And that's number 3, Tchaikovsky. It was great to see Quibus have a winner on Betway Summer Cup Day. And I believe the son of Pomodoro runs his best races at the Vaal. So I like the fact that he's back at the Vaal, and there's an equipment change, Lal. You know, he's getting fitted with a set of blinkers for the first time.
That's right.
So I think he's going to run better than what his current odds reflect. Number 3, Tchaikovsky. But the race certainly doesn't stop there. I mean, so many others with chances over here. Even the likes of number 5, Smith and Weston, must have a fighting chance here. But, yeah, let's hope Tchaikovsky can finish in the top 3.
All right, so we've got a bit of value there for Daryl, number 3, with those blinkers on. Yeah, while Daryl's talking there, you can see dice form lines roll with the punches. Nice value there. So, number 3 place in the final race, R100, and that is off at 16.40.